The Royal Marines have earned hundreds of battle honors since their formation in 1664. It would be extremely difficult to list and remember them all. Instead, the Corps chose 10 particularly memorable events. All Royal Marines learn these core memorable dates. This video presentation will list each of the 10 memorable dates with a brief description. The birth of the Corps, the 28th of October 1664. King Charles II sanctioned the formation of the 1st Regiment formed specifically for service at sea. The yellow uniform of the Duke of York and Albany's Maritime Regiment of Foot is commemorated by the yellow stripe in the Corps colours. The capture of Gibraltar, the 24th of July 1704. During the War of the Spanish Succession, the capture of Gibraltar was carried out by the brigade of British and Dutch Marines, who after the surrender successfully held the fortress against repeated attacks. Granted for the capture and defense of the Rock, this is the only battle honor borne on the colors. The Battle of Belle-Isle, the 7th of June 1761. On the island off the coast of France, 2 battalions of Marines served with great distinction at this siege during the 7-Year War. The laurel wreath in the Corps insignia is believed to have been awarded in honor of this distinguished service. The Battle of Bunker Hill, the 17th of June 1775. During the American War of Independence, after 2 unsuccessful assaults up the steep hill, which failed to dislodge the rebels, the 1st Marines and the 47th Regiment were committed to the battle. They took the position, after which it was reported that the Marines' unshaken steadiness was conspicuous. The Battle of Trafalgar, the 21st of October 1805. The most decisive sea fight in British history and in which approximately 3,000 Royal Marines took part. In their traditional stations on the upper decks, they bore a brave and important part in Lord Nelson's success. Gallipoli, the 28th of April 1915. The Royal Marine Brigade landed on the peninsula as part of the expedition to drive up towards Constantinople during the First World War. Together with 1 RN Brigade they bore the brunt of the Turkish attacks and displayed great resolution in this major amphibious operation. The raid on Zeebrugge, the 23rd of April 1918. Towards the end of World War I, the 4th Royal Marine Battalion landed on the mole to enable the blocking of the entrance to the canal, which was being used by the Germans as a base for their submarines. 2 Victoria Crosses were awarded to the battalion and no other battalion has since been numbered 4th. The landings in Normandy, the 6th of June 1944. During the Second World War, over 17,500 Royal Marines took part in the largest amphibious operation in history. They crewed most of the minor landing craft, manned the guns in the supporting capital ships and provided an armored support group, beach clearance and control parties and engineers. 5 Royal Marine Commandos landed during the assault phase. The assault on Walcheren, the 1st of November 1944, in which Royal Marines commandos and support craft guns crew successfully played a gallant and leading part, resulted in clearing the entrance to the River Scheldt, thereby opening the port of Antwerp to Allied shipping after the invasion of the continent during World War II. The recapture of the Falkland Islands, The 14th of June 1982. The Royal Marines were involved in virtually every significant aspect of this successful campaign. The main landing was planned and executed by 3 Commando Brigade, with RM detachments and many ships of the task force and with all landing craft manned by Royal Marines.